Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of well, I was going to say the hard count, generational sports, I should say. But it's so late in the day. That's when the hard count usually comes on. No, I'm kidding. Listen, you know what? What do I always say, Josh?
It's our show.
It's our show, one, and two. It's better late than never. Most people, Josh, take a day off the day after Christmas.
Right.
A lot of people won't even show up to work. Not us. Not I. Not you. We're here. We're ready to discuss everything of importance in the sports genre. Maybe even some other things because you never know what's going to happen on this wonderful program. But oh yeah, Josh has some cards he wants to show us. It's a big show. I think. Listen, I think I'm working on a new logo for us with somebody.
Ooh.
That planning just started today. I got a new logo for the hard count coming out pretty soon. I'm just waiting for the final stamp of approval from my guy CJ. I mean, we got big things going on. We don't rest around here.
No. Always working.
But Josh, how was Christmas? Did Santa treat you well? I want to know everything.
Well, as we get older, or at least I've gotten older, the gifts, they
They
start.
dwindle.
Yeah, you go from a lot to a little. We're kind of in the realm of I don't expect anything. Is kind of where I'm at.
That's
But
always
did
my
get this hoodie.
problem.
Did get
Okay.
this hoodie. Very comfortable.
Okay.
I got some sweatpants, old people stuff, underwear, socks. So
Okay.
that was about it that I got. But we went over to my sister's, spent time with the nephews, and decorated some cookies. It was very fun, very nice. And then just had my brother stop by a little bit ago. Nice to see him. So it was a good Christmas. Good Christmas. How
Okay.
was yours?
It was good. It was good. Christmas Eve, go over to Nan's. Had we had the main dinner on Saturday because nobody could come. On Christmas Day. We got other. My brother has to go see the in-laws. My other brother had to go see his girls' side of the family as well. So Christmas Eve, we had some shrimp, some potatoes, some shrimp fried diavolo, prime rib. We
Okay.
exchanged. I did gifts with my brothers. Uh, I got a nice pair. Actually, I got a nice pair of LeBrons. Believe it or not.
Okay.
I needed. Listen,
Fresh.
I'm a big Roshi guy. Will forever will be. Uh, but the problem is no tread on the tires. You know what I mean? I wore my Roshi for a while, so the bottom very slick. I mean, you spit on the ground and I slip literally. So I got some. I asked my mom for some new shoes, and then I guess she must have relayed it to my brother somehow, or my brother just you know telekinesis knew I needed shoes. So I got a nice pair of shoes. And then my other brother, he got me the Infinity Gauntlet Lego set. So I spent the last 2 days. I came home Christmas Eve, and then I came home from Christmas dinner on that day building the Lego Infinity Gauntlet set, and it's
We
completed.
finish it?
Oh, it's done.
Oh,
It's
okay.
beautiful.
I bet I
It's,
need pictures of it.
I will send you. Do you not have Snapchat?
I do have Snapchat.
Oh, you do? I don't have you on Snapchat. I'm gonna have to add you. Um, Beautiful, looks great. Very proud of myself. There were a couple, rebuilding moments. There was one part that I thought I was never going to get past, but I don't know what exactly happened. I might have because let's be honest. I have some leftover pieces too, but only like 3 or 4 or 5, and it's completed. So I don't think I really need them. Maybe they just give you extra just in case. But there was one part where I swear it said that I had to put these 2 blocks on the back of this one piece, and then you had to like fit it in. And I tried, and it just wouldn't go. So I took the 2 back pieces off of a different part, and then everything fit together. There were a couple times, putting one thing in the wrong direction, then you got to start over. But hey,
Yeah.
and then Josh, I'm not gonna lie, I almost had a mental breakdown. Oh, it almost happened because the very last piece is the green. I don't know whatever the green stone's called. That's not the
Time stone.
time
Time stone.
stone. Yeah, how do I not know that? The time stone is the last thing you put on, but there's a little single, little mini Lego that you got to fit in the middle of a circular one.
Mm-hmm.
just like that, Josh.
Like that.
Uh-huh. And I'm sitting there trying to put the little thing in, and it just wouldn't go. And it was the last thing I had to do. So I spent
I'd
all this
quit.
time doing it, and I just couldn't. I almost lost it. Almost lost it. My mom ended up doing it for me. And I
I'd have
quit.
thrown it. I
And
would have
I
thrown the gun.
Josh, you have no idea. Because here's the thing: I could have just put the little circular Lego into the
Right.
thing, and nobody would know. But I would have known.
Right. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I couldn't let it happen. I couldn't let it happen.
Yeah.
So she got it. I went downstairs, plugged that little piece in, and it was just a glorious moment. Glorious moment.
Nice.
Yeah. Then I got some, other Funko Pops. I got a Mandalorian holding the dark saber. I got a BB-8. I got a nice Icarus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Icarus. The villain.
Oh yeah. Got a nice bro, this fuzzy Patriot blanket. I took my comforter off my bed last night. Used that instead. Oh, very very comfortable. And then a different pair of shoes as well. So I would say it was a success, and it was nice seeing everybody exchanging gifts. My brothers liked what I got them, so it was a win-win, and we move on from there. But hey, hope everybody had a wonderful Merry Christmas. Hey, also a Happy Hanukkah. I think Kwanzaa is today actually, so
Mm.
everybody's getting everything.
Happy
So,
holidays.
yeah, happy holidays to the people out there in the world. But let's jump into everything. Josh, are you doing your cards now? You doing it at the end of the show? What are we doing here?
We can do it now.
Yeah, let's see Josh rip some cards, huh?
I've spent since Thursday night. I've spent like $120
You know what? It's
on.
fair because Josh, you remember what I texted you? I said I'm never gonna, I never want to do a Lego thing ever again.
Right.
And then I looked on Amazon. I said, "Damn, that Mandalorian helmet looks pretty good.
Oh
Might
yeah.
might have
Oh
to
yeah.
go buy it." So I
This
did.
is
I didn't, but
this is the pack I bought. I don't think there's gonna be any super value in here because it's retail, but it is Panini, so you
Okay.
never know. I did get. I don't know if you saw my tweet of the cards I pulled. I got some nice ones, some good rookie cards. I got Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay.
I got Josh Jobe, who's a corner for the Eagles. I got an autograph card of him.
Okay.
So a couple nice ones. Even Evan Mobley too. I got an Evan Mobley. So these are just
Understood.
NFL.
I've never been much of a card guy, but
I'm not gonna read because there's 40 cards here, and most of them don't matter.
yeah, exactly.
So
I mean, if we
when
get
we
something
pull
good.
something good, because I've never done a live pack opening. I'm normally sitting
God,
here like
you
a
can
little
hold
kid.
up the cards and flip through. Just
We got Randy Moss,
okay.
pretty cool. I don't. I wanted to do a live stream, but I got ugly fingers, so I was not about to
Okay.
have a whole stream of just my fingers.
Mhm.
Nothing good. Nothing good. Matthew Stafford,
Okay.
Michael Gallup, Dan
Okay.
Marino. Dan
Okay.
Marino.
Mr. Danny
Okay.
M.
Saquon. We got a Saquon.
Okay. Mr. Quads.
Jonathan Allen. Minka. We got a man who had a pretty tough weekend right here.
And concussion
Not
protocol
not too
again. We got to
easy.
get into that one.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. We got a rookie.
Who we got? Who
Desmond
we got?
Ritter. Desmond Ritter.
Oh,
Yeah, that's nice. I don't have any sleeves though. That's a big problem for me.
that's an issue.
Yeah,
I
it's
have to
getting
fix that.
right. We're getting into the rookie cards. Jordan Davis.
Ooh.
That's a nice one. We got a Michael Vick,
Okay.
Carson Palmer. Oh, I like this one because the red sides I heard are more valuable. George Pickens.
Okay. Mr.
Oh, this
Mr.
is
Black Hair
easily my
Football.
favorite card. Easily my favorite card. Matt Corral. You kidding me? Heck yeah.
Okay.
We got, don't know that guy. We got a couple of these. John Mechie. I think he's been injured most of the year, but he's with the
I think he's
Texans.
the one that on the Texans has the cancer.
John Mechie?
Yeah.
Know that.
He got put on the pup list because I think they had found something. But I think he's doing well.
Okay. We got Sam Howell. Sam
Okay.
Howell. We got nothing. Nothing. That's it. That's it. You know that pack was only like $8 though, so
Okay,
that one
that's fair
wasn't.
then.
Don't expect to pull anything out of those. But it's when you buy the $50 boxes, then when you're getting it says 6 cards and you get a pack with 5, you're like, okay, where's my money back? Because I bought
That's a
six packs,
problem,
six
man.
cards each.
That's when you gotta start throwing hands.
Oh yeah, but at this point, I'm not even looking for value. I just like opening the packs right now and
See,
just
that's my
adding to
problem.
the collection.
That's my problem. Honestly, like if I could buy things, open it, and then just send it back, I'd be fine.
Right,
'Cause,
right,
like
yeah,
even like the Funkos, like I love having them. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just opening that Amazon box and seeing it and
hmm
holding it for the first time. But then if I could just put it back and get my money back,
right, yeah.
maybe. Then again, I do thoroughly enjoy the ones that I have. I can't wait to get my Sopranos ones. I already got my Silvio Dante in the mail.
Ooh, nice.
I'm waiting on Paulie and Tony and Chrissy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know
My
what?
nephew's big into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he pulled like two like $80 cards at Christmas.
Okay.
It was nice.
I might be in the wrong business here.
I was almost thinking about stealing them.
You know what? You're a better man than me because I think I would have.
He was too hyped though. He was too happy about it. Couldn't do it.
You know what? You got to teach the kid, some disappointment in life.
That's true. That's true. I did beat him in the quiet game and hide and seek like 8 times.
Oh,
He was devastated.
bad guy.
It's pretty easy. All I had to do was go cross-eyed and he'd die laughing. I was like, got you again.
This man's real life hacking. Real life
Mhm.
hacking. Oh, all right. Let's get into everything though. Now that Josh's cards have been pulled.
I wanted to open it before the show. You're lucky I saved it.
I know. I told you to
I
say
bought an
it.
NBA pack, but
Oh, okay.
didn't pull anything out of that either.
Oh, brother. The disappointment.
Actually, I did pull a Josh Giddy. I did pull a Josh Giddy.
Oh, okay. Our boy.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Our boy. Monday night football game. We got the Colts. They're taking on the Chargers. And listen, I think the Chargers win this game. They clinch a playoff spot, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. You got Nick Foles starting for the Colts because they can't figure out which quarterback they ever want to play. It was Matt Ryan. Then they went to
Sam Ellinger.
Sam Ellinger. Then they went back to Matt Ryan. Now it's Nick Foles. They're losing games that they're up 33-0. They got Jeff Saturday. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And remember how we kept talking about all year the Chargers, just can't. Nobody's healthy. Nobody's healthy. They're starting to get there though.
They are.
Keenan Allen's been back. Mike Williams, Justin Herbert's obviously healed up from those rib injuries that he had. Austin Eckler's been good. Derwin James, I believe, is back in this game as well. So hey, this is the perfect time of the year to get healthy. Listen, being healthy the entire year would be even better. But you'd rather suffer your injuries early on and everybody come back because you can kind of stave off those injuries throughout the year. We had this person go down, but we can still beat this team. But you don't want everybody going down at the same time, especially towards the end of the year when you're making a playoff run. But if the Chargers win this game, they will be in the playoffs. I think that's exactly what's happened. I think Justin Herbert has 3 games in a row with over 300 passing yards. I saw that today. I believe he does it once again against this Colts defense, who, pretty decent. But, we saw what they did in the second half of the game last week. So I got the Chargers.
Yeah, I also think the Chargers are going to win, and it feels like just because the Colts are really bad, but they always find a way to make it an exciting game, like an ugly but like
True.
close game late. And the
And
Chargers
this is a game that screams Chargers lose because they're supposed to win.
Yeah.
Last year against the Texans, there was, right?
Right. Yeah. And Nick Foles is just randomly playing a game. Like, of course, he's going to go out there and throw 7 touchdowns for no reason. But I do think the Chargers win, but I think it's going to be a close game, maybe some overtime action. Both these teams, find ways to not like take a lead and run with it. They always let it stay a game. But I do think the Chargers, with playoff implications on the line late in the season, a quarterback like Herbert, I think they'll get the job done.
Yeah, listen, like you just said, the Colts usually keep games entertaining. I mean, even the game they got smoked by the Cowboys, it was entertaining because I think they were up 3 or something with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and then ended up letting up 55 points again, absolutely destroyed. And then we don't know what happened with the Vikings and the Chargers. Well, just seem to lose games that they absolutely should not. But hey, we're gonna find out. That game will be kicking off, about 20 minutes from now. So we will still be here when the game starts. Other breaking news today was that Nathaniel Hackett has been fired. He is out of there. And Josh, I see you asked the question here: is Russ the next one going? Or they invested too much into to give up on him after one season? There's no way Russ is gone. 0% chance. That
Zero.
zero, absolutely nil. They get what do they then they give him like 130 million guaranteed. There's no way
You
he
think
can play.
those billionaires? How much they buy the team for?
Like four? Was it four?
You think they're worried about a little old Russell Wilson contract?
Yeah, but football is different. If this was baseball, I can almost agree with you because baseball doesn't have the salary cap or whatever. But with his contract, it's still going to count against the cap if you get rid of him. So then you're
But he's
really
bad.
screwing yourself.
He's really bad.
He is. It's been a terrible year. And we're gonna find out, probably not this year, but next year, how bad it really is. Because I think Nathaniel Hackett was part of the problem. And we're gonna see how big of a problem he was. Because like I said, you only got 2 games left this year. You probably won't see too much out of Russ. I mean,
What was his QBR? 4 this last
I-
game?
it
I
was
think it was
ugly.
4.
It was ugly.
I could see it going either way. I think it's very
0%.
unlikely he's
0%.
gone, but I could see them. The fan base puts the pressure on them. The team is not rallied around him. They kind
Yeah,
of
but what
clown
are
him a
they gonna
lot.
do if they get rid of him? Who are they gonna go to?
Draft a quarterback? Who knows?
With
Zach
what
Wilson?
draft pick?
Who knows? I mean, they trade. I don't know, but I just could see a world where they're like, "Hey, let's just save the embarrassment and let's get rid of this guy."
No way. You gotta
We're
ride it
paying him a
out.
lot of money. There's
Exactly.
probably a team out there that would trade for him, though. Like there would still be money that they'd lose on that, but you'd trade him, and the team
I
would probably still think that Russ is good. Like the Jets could be like, "Hey, we think we can make Russ work here," and they'd probably give something up for him because if you can get, danger, let Russ cook. I bet a team out there believes they can still have that.
Oh no, there's always a team that'll believe that it's their
Carson Wentz has
system.
gotten like 4 shots.
Yeah, but Carson Wentz has never made this much money.
His contract was big though, not as big, but big.
That's the problem, though. If you're, and he was at the end of a contract with the Eagles. He was at the end of the contract with the Colts. I mean, this is what they have him for the next 5 years, don't they? Well, they have him until like 20.
Do you really want to
Well,
ride it out
honestly,
though?
it might be longer than that. Don't they have him until
Yeah,
like
I think it was
20,
like a
30
six. I think it
something?
was like a 6 or 7 year contract.
I'm
But do you want to ride that out? Like, I
We
don't
signed
know.
a 5-year contract, 242, $50 million signing bonus, and 161 million guaranteed, with an average annual salary of 48.
So
There's
it'll
no,
be down to what 112 guaranteed. They'd have to if they got rid of him.
there is no way.
I think that
Let's
I don't
see.
think it's likely, but I think it's a
Let's see.
possibility.
What is this? What does this say here? The Sporting News. This says, yeah. So the dead money for the Broncos, if
If
they
they cut
cut
him,
him, would be $107 million next season.
that's what's remaining.
And if they traded him, it'd be 82 million.
In dead?
Yes.
Damn, I thought it'd be less if they traded him.
No. So there is no way.
I don't think there's no way. I think it's unlikely, but I don't think
Gosh,
there's no way.
there would be $82
They bought the
million
team for $4
on the
billion.
cap.
They bought the team for $4 billion. I'm not sure they're.
I'm not saying they're worried about the money. There would be $82 million against the salary cap.
If they get rid of Russ, it's committing to, hey, we got to start over offensively and do this shit.
Well, you can't have anybody else on the team. You're paying somebody $82 million that's not even on your team. You don't have room to build the rest of the roster.
You're still paying him if he's playing too, and if he keeps sucking, like.
But at least I'm paying him.
Yeah, at least he's out there sucking for us and not another team.
Because all right, let's just live in the world. he gets traded to your team. They fix him up a little bit. Now you're paying $82 million for a person that's not on your team and that's playing good.
But you get an early start at looking at a new quarterback. I guess it's not the likely scenario. I'm just saying it's not crazy.
I think it is insanity.
But he sucks. Like he sucks.
If this
He
was
sucks.
if his
I don't care how bad
was,
Nathaniel Hackett is. You have great weapons out there, and you
great
still
is a
suck.
strong word.
Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy are great.
Great is really strong.
They are both great.
I'd say Cortland Sutton is very good, and Jared Judy's pretty decent.
They haven't been able to show anything this year because Russ hasn't been doing anything.
No, Russ. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and argue that Russ has been absolutely terrible because he's been bad. And I mean, listen, I've been a Russ guy. It's a tough look for me this year, but
I picked him for MVP.
okay, well, it's not as bad then.
Yeah.
Then again, I think my hot take was that Matt Ryan was kind of his best career year this year. On the
My defensive player of the year is looking nice. Myles Garrett, though, that was a nice pick.
True. This is true. I don't know who I picked for MVP. I thought I'd probably pick Josh Allen. It's gonna be Mahomes, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, him or Hurts. Oh yeah, Hurts is. I mean, I could still.
If he didn't get hurt, I think he would win it. But you know,
Mahomes got to get at least a couple. These damn flies.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you had a ghost in there, if there was some dust.
Oh, these damn flies. Drain flies, dude.
I've never heard of a drain fly.
I didn't either until I moved to this house.
It's very.
They just live in the drain.
Who are the people that study like animals or whatever and insects?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to figure that out one of these days. But yeah, Russ isn't going anywhere. It's not about the money of the owners paying it. It's about the fact that you literally couldn't do anything with your team. 100 and what?
They can't really do anything They can't really do anything with him on the team either.
It's just not possible.
He's eating that money up, whether he's on the team or he's not on the team.
Yeah, but at least if he's on the team, you can restructure it. You can spread.
He's not restructuring shit.
Not even restructure, but like you can change some things into the signing bonus.
Like the bonus and incentives and shit.
Yeah, you can do that. You know, make it I don't know, but cutting him, trading him, no, too much money.
What if there's a good trade offer? What's a good trade offer
though?
I don't know. A pick?
Which one?
A first? Like the Jets offer them a first.
I still don't think they would do it. That's too much money.
It's a lot of money either way.
But it's a player not even on your team.
And he sucks when he is.
You have to pay somebody to replace him.
Not necessarily. You use that first on a quarterback.
So they just don't pay rookies?
Rookies barely get paid anything.
They're still getting paid.
Yeah, they'd be able to afford a rookie contract, Connie. They still have draft picks. They're just not going to draft anyone because Russ is there.
I don't think they'll draft a quarterback.
No, not with him on the roster, obviously. Okay. But if they trade him, then they'd have to go get a quarterback. Pretty deep class this year too.
I just give it a 0% chance. It's okay. Hey, you know what? We'll find out. Let's see. What do we got next over here? Oh, Mac Jones, a dirty player, should be banned from the league?
Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. I get the Patriots fans are like, oh, he's not even that dirty. Blah. No, it's blatantly obvious that he's a bitch. There, I said it.
Okay. Listen, he'll probably get fined for what he did to Eli Apple. Ian Rappaport says he doesn't expect a suspension or anything. Definitely not what you like to see. That is
4 times he's done something like that.
I saw the compilation. Don't you worry. Yeah, that's not a good look. I'm not really here to defend him because I don't really care what happens to him. I could go for a new quarterback.
So, but are you standing for that? You're allowing that to happen on your team?
What do you want me to do? Listen, you're like one of those people that when the Patriots
don't like Mac Jones, don't tippy toe around it.
Whoa. When have I ever said that I liked Mac Jones?
No, but
I called him Lego Man the first year of his career.
But you're not speaking out against his dirtiness, being a bad
I
player.
just said it's the dirty play. I literally just said it. We can rewind.
Not speaking out enough for me.
Listen, you know what?
He tried to destroy my star pass rusher's ankle.
I still don't think that one was as bad.
He gator rolled on him.
You know what? Trying to make a play.
It's the Patriot way, I guess. Shouldn't be surprised.
Who else is dirty on that's been on the Patriots?
Not cheating, just trying to get an edge on somebody, take away a player or something.
Everybody cheats.
I was trying to find a way. The Patriot way.
Spygate's the only thing that actually happened. So
hey, God makes some sacrifices to win. I get it, but
Spygate's the only thing that's ever happened.
We just dropping dead in front of players sprinting now?
Oh, listen, I just said bad play, bad guy.
We kicking guys in the nuts on a slide?
Yeah, that wasn't good either.
I'm just saying. I know you don't like him. I know that. I'm just saying.
You can suspend him right now for the rest of his career.
I'm just saying.
One bit.
I'm just saying, if the Patriots one day are like, all right, Mac, we're not re-signing you, nothing, I don't see why another team should give him a contract. What's he shown that he can do besides this?
The hatred for Mac Jones is incredible.
Don't like him. Don't like dirty players.
I respect some of it. You know what I hate? And this might make me sound bad too. Sportsmanship is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, by the way.
Because you never played sports.
I did play sports, and it's stupid.
You don't think respecting your opponent is right?
No, respect is cool and all that. I saw I watched some highlights, right? And there was a soccer player. He was supposed to get a penalty kick, and he told the referee, "Oh no, it didn't."
Well, that's like the commercial of the kid that's like, "Coach, it's out on me." That's not sportsmanship. That's
what it's classified.
Those are people trying to be bigger people.
That's what it's classified as.
That's not sportsmanship. That is not sportsmanship.
Listen, the compilation of the video was sportsmanship moments.
That's mistitled.
Well,
I should. Give me the link to the video. I'm reporting it for
misleading
it. Yeah, misleading.
Grayson Allen of the NFL. Hey, listen, it's 4 dirty plays in 2 years. I mean, at least Ndamukong Suh spread it out over the year.
Yeah, it was like 5 years for him.
But
it's I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Sportsmanship is just that's not sportsmanship. That's I don't know. It's something with the game, just weird. I don't know.
Sometimes the simple answer is bad guy. Maybe he's just a bad guy.
Not maybe. I feel like it's pretty obvious.
Well, Josh, I can't change it. You're like one of those people that when the Patriots are getting beat, text me. Yo, what's going on?
You're damn right. You're damn right.
What's going on with the Patriots? I don't know. Let me pull out my phone and give a call to Bill on the sideline and ask him why he's not making adjustments.
You better do it.
No, that is top 2 pet peeve of mine. Top 2, for sure. No, what's happening with the Yankees?
They're your team. You own them.
I don't. I wish I did.
You claim to own them.
If I did, Mac wouldn't be the quarterback. I wouldn't have the 3rd highest paid wide receiver room, even though none of the receivers are good.
The only fans you could do that to.
I would fire Bill Belichick from being the GM. Let's see here. Matt Patricia would probably be a delivery driver somewhere.
On your hands and knees begging Josh McDaniels to come back?
I mean, hey. No, not really. I'm good on that old stuff. I need some
Bill O'Brien.
I need somebody from the 21st century.
Someone that's watched football in the 2020s.
Yeah, somebody that actually understands that what a skill position player looks like and doesn't only throw screen passes and throws the ball downfield and things of that nature. But who am I? Not the owner of the Patriots, unfortunately. If I was, I'd have a lot more money.
If we could just control teams like Madden, it'd be much, much more fun watching my team.
And trust me, if I could make trades like I do in Madden,
finessing.
Patriots would be unbelievable.
Yeah, take this 2nd and 3rd rounder. I'll take.
You know what still doesn't make sense with Madden to me though? I've turned off salary cap and made trades easy, and I've had an absolute god squad. I simulate the season. They're like 8-9.
Yeah, I hate it.
I'm like, oh yeah, because that makes
Because you gotta pick like the perfect schemes. Like
yeah.
it's annoying.
I have Patrick Mahomes, Cooper Cup, Travis Kelsey, all these people 8-9. Okay, I'll play along. I'll play along. I trade for Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, all right. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Speaking of being real, is it too early to say the Browns made a mistake on Deshaun Watson, Josh? Because it is not good.
I think what is this? His fourth game back?
Uh should be about his fourth. Hold on, we got a comment here. When you're one of the few Steelers fans that actually wants to tank these last two games for a better pick because they know they'll get their asses handed to them in the playoffs, couldn't be me.
See, but you've experienced a lot of playoff success, so I understand wanting to tank. But
I'm in a
What pick are
very
the Steelers
awkward
right now?
situation when it comes to wanting to tank because I'm very anti-tanking. But like with the Patriots now, right? It just annoys me that I know we don't have a quarterback, so I'd rather be bad, lose, and get a quarterback. But then
You
again,
don't always get a quarterback though.
I also despise watching them lose. Like absolutely despise it. Nothing annoys me more. Like
Yeah.
disgusted watching the Bengals game. Disgusted watching that Raiders game.
Almost came back.
Yeah, almost until Ramondre Stevenson wants to fumble at the goal line. Hang on to the ball. How difficult is this? You have
Very,
one job.
very.
You're a running back. You literally have one job.
You got 11
Hang on
guys
to the ball.
peanut punching.
I don't care about peanut punching. I don't care if he got hit by a baseball bat. Hang on to the ball.
Do the ball security. Name of the game.
We got Bill Belichick out here, using a water hose to make sure that everything is all slippery and stuff, and they're still fumbling. What's the point of the water hose then?
That we practice this.
We're practicing.
Did
We're
we rep
practicing
it?
outside. To get
Did
used
all
to the
day
temperature.
Friday.
Unbelievable. Fumbling the ball to lose us the game.
Almost came back.
Almost doesn't matter. Hand shoot.
Is there a playoff hope
What is
still?
it?
Are they still alive?
Of course they're still alive, but they got to play the Dolphins and then the Bills. They're going to lose
Dolphins
the
kinda
last two
stink.
games of the season. They're going to go 7-10, just like I predicted at the beginning of the year. By the way, just to point that out, this isn't how I thought they would get to the 7-10 by just absolutely needing CPR at the end of the year because they're so terrible. But okay, Miyagi.
The Bills are load managing week 18, so you'll finish 8-9.
Listen, I think for the Jets to get in, they have to win their last two, and for us to lose one, and they would get in over us.
So many crazy playoff scenarios that are like very alive for a lot of teams right now.
Yeah, the Packers are still available. Listen, the Jags are winning the South right now.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC South is just
3 teams still alive. 3 teams in the
I
South.
think coming into this week there was like, what is there, 32 teams in the NFL, right? I think there was like 26 or 27 teams still available for a playoff spot.
I've only seen a few that said eliminated. Like
I think there was like 26 or 27 coming into this week that were still alive for a playoff shot. It was the most this late into the season in NFL history.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy. But
this has been the weirdest year. I mean, the Giants did what they did. The Jets started off like 6-1 or no. The Giants were 6-1 at one point. The Jets lost a couple, or they were like 2-2, I think. And
the Lions did their best Undertaker impression, just came out of nowhere and dominating.
And then got smoked.
Yeah. But Deshaun Watson, I think it's been like 3 games. I get he didn't get to have a full off season and all that, but when you're paying a guy, what is it, $230 guaranteed?
Oh yeah, I believe so.
When you're paying a guy that much, he should go out there and just make plays. Like when he is worth that much money, he should be making plays to win games. He was like 15 of 31 this past week with a pick. I don't care if it's just his 3rd game. When you're getting paid that much and they believe you're a guy that's going to change the whole franchise around, you got to go out there and just make plays. That's what you're supposed to do with that kind of money, that kind of expectations. I haven't seen really any of that in the games he's played. They've looked the same with Jacoby at quarterback. They haven't really looked too impressive when Deshaun's come back. I get it might be a little too early to write him off, but he just doesn't look like the same Deshaun we saw in Houston.
No, he definitely doesn't look like the same Deshaun. I mean, when he came back, he kind of expected the first 1 or 2 games to be bad. But even honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I expected the first game to be pretty bad, but I was like, oh, he's also playing the Texans, so maybe it's not gonna be bad because they're awful. And it was awful. Like he was really bad. He's been bad. And maybe, obviously going into the off season, they'll have a full year to do things. I guarantee you there'll be the videos over the summer. Oh, look, Deshaun Watson invited his wide receivers out to Maui to throw passes around. We'll have that video. And I don't think you can really judge it until next year. It's been, I thought it was almost 2 calendar years before he had played some football because obviously he sat out all last year. He sat out, a little bit the year prior or whatever or something, I think. But it's been a long time since he's played football, and it just hasn't looked good. But you know, I guess you kind of got to wait. We got some more comments here. I think Pickett is decent, but most of the Steelers receivers are average to non-consistent, except Pickens. I want Jackson Smith, Joey Porter, or Brian Breesy. Our O line has gotten better, or a legit linebacker. Bush hasn't come around, and Miles Jack hasn't been much of a linebacker than I thought he would be. Yeah, I don't under. Well, first of all, I think the Steelers got to get rid of. No, I can't think. What's the offensive coordinator's name? I can't think of his name right now. Got to get rid of him. It just hasn't looked good with him the entire year. But I think, their receivers are decent. Like Deontay Johnson, I think is pretty good, and I think with a better, play caller and obviously Pickett is going to improve uh, over the time. You would assume at least. Josh, remember the Matt Canada? Thank you. Matt Canada. I think I get rid of Matt Canada. You got to let Pickett improve a little bit more. Obviously, it looked like he had been improving, and then against the Raiders didn't look that great, but they still ended up winning that game. I think he hadn't thrown an interception in the last few games until that one, and then he did. But hey, rookie is going to make rookie plays and things like that. But I like Deontay Johnson. I think Pickens is going to be good. But if I have one thing with the Steelers that I have faith in is finding wide receivers. I mean,
Yeah.
that is all they do. I mean, you can sit here and go down a list of who's of why. I mean, you got Antonio Brown, you had Hines Ward. Obviously, I think Deontay Johnson is very good. Pickens,
Manuel Sanders,
Juju was a great number 2 for them.
Claypool's good.
Who was the one? Santonio Holmes.
Yep.
I mean, they can find wide receivers.
Yeah, I think I do agree that Devin Bush. The Steelers are good at drafting, but they seem to like outside of a few guys like TJ, they miss at the top like kind of frequently. Like a guy like Devin Bush comes in there and he's supposed to be, the leader of that defense, and he just really hasn't come around to become that guy. And then that like Derpy said, they bring in Miles Jack, and he just really hasn't been able to find it either. The Steelers play a certain brand of football. Not everybody can adapt to Mike Tomlin's ways, but they do have. I think I saw a lot out of Kenny Pickett in that last drive, knowing that he was calling the plays too. He made some amazing throws down that drive. So I think they're in the right direction. Just it's not even too many holes they got to fill. When you got a guy like Cam Hayward, a great veteran on the D line, and a star game changer like T.J. Watt, Minka is a great safety for them in that secondary. I mean, they got a lot of good tools over there. Najee's not had a great year, but he's got the talent to be a good running back.
And I think the Liz Frank has affected him the entire season.
Yeah.
I know that you say he's healed and whatever. I just don't think it's as bad as it was before. So I think the Liz Frank has affected him, and
that's like an injury that like lingers over time.
Yeah.
Like you're just never really the
you
same.
need like a full time to handle it, and
Yeah,
obviously unless he wanted to sit out the year, he wasn't going to be able to. So, Joey Porter Jr. and the receiver who transferred to USC from Pittsburgh.
Jordan Addison's a dog. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow he winds up in Pittsburgh because he is a very good receiver. And there's a lot of good receivers in this draft class. But if I'm the Steelers, I'm like, okay, we can keep adding at receiver. We can keep doing that, or we can try to fill some other holes that we need help at. So I think that's probably the move this draft.
Yeah, I mean, damn. I listen. I believe you're new to the stream, unless. But I'm not much of a college person. But draft time is always very fun. Which, by the way, Derpy, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate your interaction and everything, and tuning into the show. But the Steelers got Nolan Smith or Trenton Simpson.
Nolan Smith's a dog. I like him a lot. I don't know what are the Steelers picking right now. Like right
I
now.
can tell you. Let me go to a Tankathon. We go to the Tankathon and NFL draft right there. Bang. The NFL draft order. The Steelers are currently picking 16.
I mean, I don't even know what. I haven't looked at any mock drafts, so I don't know what Nolan Smith's stock is really looking like. I don't know how high teams are on him right now. 16 is a weird spot to be in the draft because
It's almost like, do
there's
you want to move back and get other
yeah.
picks? Do you want to move up and really
And
trying to
then
get your guy?
there's guys that were supposed to go top 5 that have fallen. You're like, why is he falling? Should we take him? There's just so many moves you can do at 16. But yeah, they're definitely not getting Will Anderson. That
No.
is 100% a fact.
Will
He'll be
Anderson might
gone
be
within
the
3
top
picks.
5.
So,
So,
yeah, he'll be gone in 3 picks, maybe 2. So we'll see.
who has a second pick right now? The Chicago? I mean,
No, I
I
think
can't wait to see what Chicago does. I don't know. I'm a Patriot fan, so like I don't know why I'm so invested, but I really want to see what this Bears offseason look like. Just because they have the 100 million plus in cap space, they have the number 2 overall pick. Do you take that pick and you trade back and accumulate even more? So you just take Will Anderson because you obviously don't need a quarterback. I think it's going to be because I think
they
you
got
can
a
get
lot
an
of.
absolute because listen, it's going to be Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. Well, at least at the moment, because out of nowhere, so no name quarterback from some
Will
random
Levi's going to
place.
be that guy this time. Will
All right.
Levi's
So
already
Will
right.
Levi will all of a sudden after the season's over. Oh, I think he could go number 1 overall. It happens every single year, just like it did with Zach Wilson. By the way, Josh, how's Zach Wilson working out for you?
Good player, wrong team.
Terrible player. Bench for the rest of the
Good
season. By the
player,
way.
wrong team.
Not even going to dress. I really want
Wrong team.
defensive lineman because Hayward is up there. Yeah, Hayward is getting up there.
But
And
he's still. I mean, there's not been a lot of decline. Like he's been playing really well. That's like I get age is always a worry, but when a guy just keeps balling out, like you just keep like he's not the age doesn't matter. He's aging gracefully, and his game is too. So there's a couple guys in the league that like that's happening for them too. They just keep producing at an old age, and Cam Hayward's one of those guys. And I mean, you want to keep him there for a long time, as long as you can, because when you do start getting those younger guys, you want someone like him to be like, hey, we play like this. Like, if you're going to be a good player in this league, listen to what I have to say. So you want Cam Hayward to be there as long as possible. Look at the way Arizona's young pass rushers have been improving all year. JJ's been there teaching them the ropes. I mean, you need a guy like that in the locker room.
Absolutely. We move on and we go to the Cowboys and the Eagles. Absolutely wonderful game on that was Christmas Eve night, I believe. And Josh, do you still think the Cowboys are frauds? If even though they just beat the Eagles, uh, did I use the word frauds for the Cowboys?
I didn't mean this directly at you, but everybody on Twitter has been calling them frauds. Like,
listen, no matter what the Vikings do the last 2 games of the year, they're still frauds. They're one and done in my eyes, unless they play maybe. I mean, hell, even the Giants almost beat them. So I don't know.
they don't want to see us. I'll tell you that they don't want to see us.
I think the Vikings are frauds. They have a point differential of like +3, and they're somehow like what 11-3 or something like that. Doesn't make any
Scrappy
sense.
team. They get it done.
But I don't. The Cowboys definitely aren't frauds. I think the defense is too good to be a fraud. Although we keep talking about their defense. They gave up a bunch of points to the Colts. Almost lost. No, it wasn't the Colts.
Detroit.
No. Who they?
They
It was
lost
back-to-back trap games. The Texans.
Oh yeah.
They gave a bunch of points to the Texans. They gave up a bunch of points to the Jags and lose. And then listen, they win this game, but they gave up a bunch of points to the Eagles, which, by the way, the Eagles' offense is obviously very good. We know that. This is also without Jalen Hurts. And, obviously, yes, I know. Oh, well, the Eagles beat the Cowboys earlier without their starting quarterback. Now what? But okay, I understand. But the Eagles also turned the ball over 4 times. Is that going to happen again?
Probably
Like,
not.
I would assume it's going to be very rare that the Eagles are going to turn the ball over 4 times. I think this is the second game this season they turned the ball over 4 times. I don't know if the other game was the Washington game because I
I
know they
know
had
I
a
know
lot of,
Hurts threw 2 picks against the Bears. I don't know about fumbles though.
and
Um,
I know that they had some costly turnovers against Washington. So here's my thing: if you're an Eagles fan, like I don't think there's any cause to worry anyway because you didn't have Hurts in this game, even if you lost. And if you won, it was just going to be a cherry on top because, like, oh look, we can beat you guys even without Hurts. I think the 2 games they've lost this year, and I said this last week, I don't know if it was on here or the hard count. I feel like the only team that really can beat the Eagles is themselves. Because I think in the Washington game they beat themselves. I think they beat themselves in this game with the 4 turnovers, even though Dak did throw one as well. But you're giving a pretty decent Cowboys offense a short field on 4 different occasions. You're putting your defense back on the field right after maybe it's coming off or whatever. So they're obviously going to get tired. But I really do think that the Eagles are the team that can only just beat themselves because other than that, they don't have really weaknesses, right? I guess the weakness right now is at quarterback, but you obviously hope that Hurts can come back. Although Lane Johnson did get hurt in the game as well. Apparently, he's out for the rest of the regular season. I'm not sure about the postseason yet. I don't think those reports have come out. He has something wrong with his abdomen. He hasn't given up a sack in like 2 years, so obviously we know how important that he is. But other than that, Jason Kelsey and Mailata. I think I think with reserves, the Eagles had like 14 Pro Bowlers. Now, is the Pro Bowl the end all be all? Obviously not. We know what it's turned into, which I'm also kind of excited about, just a Pro Bowl game instead of a trash Pro
mhm.
Bowl. And then there's a flag football game as well, which is what the Pro Bowl had turned into basically. So I guess it shouldn't really be much of a change anyway. Um, but the defensive line is unbelievable. The cornerbacks play well. We all know what AJ Brown and Smith can do. We all know what Hurts can do. The run game is very good. So it's I wouldn't be worried about them, and I don't think that the Cowboys are frauds either. I think the defense is pretty good. Listen, and I've said this before, and obviously I'm not a big Dak guy. I think the biggest reason to worry for them is Dak. I think he has 11 or 12, I believe, interceptions since coming back off. Being injured. His touchdown to interception ratio since he came back is the worst in the league. I believe it is. So he's really been the problem. If you could fix him from turning the ball over, and because like I just said with the Eagles, you give teams short fields and you put your defense back on, like obviously people are going to get tired or whatever. So if you can stop Dak from doing that, and then just have your defense play normally, the Cowboys should be good. Now, how far are they going to go? I don't know. We're going to find out in the playoffs because that's when things have seemed to go wrong. But right now, the Eagles are good. Cowboys definitely aren't frauds. I just don't know exactly how amazing they are.
Yeah, I just want to answer this real quick. I'm still leaning Jackson Smith. I know Butte had a great season too, but in Jig Bud, you just get to see more opportunities with a guy like Stroud out there throwing the ball. So I'd lead him right now. But I don't think that I agree completely that Dak is the one real big problem because of how well the rest of the team has been playing all year. I mean, when you got the two-headed monster like Tony Pollard has become that guy that gets them all the way down the field and Zeke
And
will
Zeke,
punch it in.
yep.
So they got a beautiful thing going there. The way the defense has been getting to the quarterback, the secondary has been up and down at times, but mostly pretty good all year. So Dak, you see the picks he's thrown late. Who did he throw the interception again against a couple weeks ago? It
Well, he
was like
threw the pick six to end the Jags game.
yeah. Actually,
Uh,
that's the one I'm thinking about. That's the one. Yeah, Rayshon Jenkins. Yeah, Dak's just gotta prove he's worth that money. The whole team around him right now, the receiver core, you can talk about it, but Noah Brown has stepped up a lot. CD's still there. Dalton Schultz is a reliable weapon. You got Tony Pollard at the backfield, so it's not like he's in worst case scenario with his weapons right now. So I agree. I think it comes down to Dak. I don't think they're frauds either. I did think this win against the Eagles, whether it's without Hurts or not, they played a very good team and found a way to win. With the Eagles, the only way like they get beat they beat themselves. I don't know how much I agree with that. I do think most of the games this year that have been close, it kind of has been. They shot themselves in the foot at times, but the only way I can really say like this team only loses if they beat themselves. The only team I see that with is the Chiefs. Like I think they're the only team that I think like because we've seen them go against the best of the best and they beat themselves. Like
Unless it's
they
the
just
Bengals.
don't, huh?
Unless it's the Bengals. Bengals own them.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. I don't know what happens against Cincinnati, but they just are not the Chiefs against them. But I got to see the Eagles go on this playoff run. We've seen the 49ers have been to a Super Bowl. They've been to, NFC Championship. So we know, like, the situation with them. I got to see how far the Eagles take this before I'm like, they're so good. The only way they lose is by themselves. They lose games on their own. But I have to see them go up against a team like the Bills and like the Chiefs and stuff like that before I agree with that.
I've
Fully.
almost booked the Eagles and 49ers already as the NFC
Yeah.
Championship game.
Yeah.
It looks that way. Now, listen, obviously, it's kind of any given Sunday in the playoffs. Obviously, this isn't other sports like baseball, basketball, where it's a best of series. It's one game. Maybe your quarterback has a bad day. Maybe there's a stupid penalty. Maybe somebody's sick that day. You never know what's going to happen. But I think the clear and obvious two best teams in the NFC are the 49ers and the Eagles right now. So it's going to be interesting going down the stretch, and obviously, I'm kind of curious in a way because apparently Jimmy's supposed to be able to be back by the divisional round, but do you just stick with Bryce or Brock Purdy? I mean, it's. I was actually talking to a 49er fan, and he said if Brock Purdy leads into a championship game, you let Jimmy G go, you keep Trey Lance and Brock Purdy, and he's kind of done with Jimmy. He's kind of
I
done.
think, yeah, I think they are done with Jimmy too. And why would Jimmy want to stick around when there's two young guys there that are clearly going to
Well,
give
I
them
mean,
better?
I don't think Jimmy wants to leave.
I
I
think he does. I think he'll want to this offseason.
I don't
Because
think
it's different. It's one thing if it's Trey Lance, who they still don't know about, but now there's another guy too, and they're both
well,
younger
no, but here's what
and
I'm saying.
cheaper.
I think if they were like, okay, Jimmy, do you want to come back? You'll be our starter. He'd be like, absolutely.
Right. But I don't think that. I think it's a competition between Lance and Purdy. I don't think Jimmy's in consideration for them really at all.
Which is crazy because I think if he stayed healthy, obviously with how good this team is, they probably make it to a championship game. So, just want to put some comments back up. Cooper Rush was a better QB overall in that time span than Dak has ever been as a QB1. Cooper Rush played well. I don't know if ever. I don't know how I feel about ever, but yeah, listen, he had flashes. I'll tell you that.
Rookie Dak was something else.
Yeah. What's going on, Vic? Hope you had a very Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
All I need to take away from this past weekend is the Pats lost, the Dolphins lost. Mike White has been cleared to play, and we got I can't remember. I don't even know how to say his name.
Stratalizer.
Well, that's not I think Vic made a nickname already, which we know that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Stratler. I believe it's Stratler, something like that, which makes me question why we cut him in the first place. Cooper moved the ball better than Dak. All in all, Gang Green will be able to bring a wild card to New York. I think the Giants are probably going to do that anyway, but I know what you're talking about. Actually, no, you can't even bring a wild card to New York. I mean, unless you mean just the spot, because the game is going to be played somewhere else.
Yeah, they can't win.
RIP the Patriots season next up in Miami. Oh, listen, you don't got to tell me. Then again, Miami does have to come to Foxborough. They did play well in the cold against Buffalo, which kind of shocked me.
That hope I'm sensing in your voice?
No, not really. Because the Patriots recently kind of been like Dak, where they're down 20 and then all of a sudden they make it a close game. So you think there's a chance and you think it's a close game, but in reality it was never close. And the other team kind
like
of
the Bucks all year, basically.
What?
Basically how the Bucks have been in most of their games.
Yeah,
garbage for 3 quarters. Then Tom Brady.
I feel like if the Bucks could only play fourth quarters, they might be the best team in the NFL.
Without a doubt. I mean, that's GOAT Brady.
And here's why I don't understand. Why is that not the game plan the whole time?
Because they try to, I don't know, they love Leonard Fournette too much. They just hear playoff Lenny and they're like,
worst
right.
run game of all time. It's
playoff
can't
Lenny,
believe
baby.
how bad it is.
Also, screw that reporter that was coming out, Giovanni Bernard. Screw that person.
I understand that like the lady is the one that posted it. But she was getting beat up for the one comment that was like, what have you done for us that we should talk to you? She's not even the one that said that.
No, it was a dude.
It was some dude. So I don't know why everybody was so mad at her. I mean, I guess she did also say like we're trying to like do our jobs and blah blah blah, and people were like, "All right, calm down, lady. You're reporting on sports." But
Hmm.
I don't know. I thought she had to make an apology. I don't know. I thought it was
I
stupid.
think she just made the mistake by responding to comments and all that. You should have just posted the video. You said what you said.
I feel like she should have just posted the video and been like Giovanni Bernard on the loss
Right? Yeah.
instead
Don't
of like
defend.
we're trying to do our
Yeah.
jobs to bring
Yeah.
you, and this is what happens.
Yeah. You're not
But
going to get any
posting an apology
support
for that. I mean,
after
what are
that.
you talking about? Really? Really? Come on. Packers. That was another team that needed a lot of things to go their way, and of course they somehow did. Are they a threat based on their past performances in the playoffs if they do make it? I don't think so. Uh, Now listen, I feel like we kind of have built up this thing with Rodgers, and we've done it with Brady as well. They're like, "Oh, you don't want to let them in because you don't know what's going to happen." And while I would love for that to be true with Brady, because that's obviously my guy, I just don't think it might be over. I don't mean over skill wise, but like I just don't think I don't know what happened to the Bucks. I think everybody got old at literally like the exact same time because it doesn't seem like Mike Evans has that same little burst. Godwin's on his way back. Godwin
Godwin, yeah,
looks,
yeah, he's
yeah,
slowly
Godwin
getting there.
looks back.
Yeah,
Uh, but I mean, they just, the connections just haven't been there like you thought they would be. It's been a bad season for the Bucks. Been a bad season for the Packers as well. Obviously, the Packers are playing a little bit better recently. So, listen, maybe they do go on a run here. And, Aaron Rodgers always has that one quote sometime throughout the year when things are bad that it seems like, he had the relax comment. This
let's run
year
the
was
table.
the we're not dead yet.
He had to run the
So,
table.
yeah, we're going to run the table. I mean, there's been all these. I don't know what happens. Maybe he says that and just goes into demon mode, but I think that this game meant more about the Dolphins. What's going on?
Tua, I mean, those it was very weird. Tua had like two of the best throws I've seen from Tua, one drive, and then the next
What was it?
drive,
3 interceptions in a row? Was that
yeah,
what it was?
he sails it like it was. They were saying it was a bad throw, but that's a throw Tua feels he can make. Mike McDaniel feels he can make. Get it over the linebacker, sink it right into Tyreek's chest. He just sailed it, and then the next two were just bad, awful
That last
throws.
one
So like it was
was
that was a
awful.
good play by Rasul Douglas, but also a terrible read by Tua. It was
Like,
Rasul Douglas. You couldn't play it any better. He acted like he was going with the slant and quickly just faded back. It was a great play by him, but very very bad seeing that from Tua, especially because they need him to make those. When you got Waddle and Tyreek Hill, you can't be making plays like
what?
that.
Took a slant route, 84 yards for a touchdown?
Yeah, yeah, like what, like the first drive of the game.
Which, by the way, my fantasy season in my ESPN league is over.
I've
I
been done
lost,
for a couple weeks.
lost in the
I've been done.
semis. Um, I was projected 140 points. I put up 68.
Yeah, some players have been
68.
stinking lately.
Devontae, nothing. Tyreek, nothing. Ramondre Stevenson, nothing. I had the Broncos defense negative points. Um,
51.
let's see who else did nothing. Darren Waller didn't do anything.
Josh
I
Jacobs
think
didn't do
St. Brown might have been my highest score. I think he scored 14 points.
it. Tough, tough.
So I was projected 140 points. My opponent was projected 100. My opponent wasn't even good either. He scored like 80, 85, 90. If I was just bad,
Nobody's scoring right now. Nobody is scoring right now.
makes me
Who
sick.
can scrap
No,
out the
no, the
most
kid,
points?
the other semifinal game, the kid that was playing my brother. My brother also lost 158 points. He scored.
So he had like everyone that performed that week.
I mean, just makes me absolutely sick though that the season there goes $500 right down the drain.
That's why, man. I love fantasy when the draft is around and rookie draft. I'm hyped, but then like halfway through the season, I'm like, man, I just
I
lost
felt
more money.
so confident this year. I really thought I had it. The way
I
I'm
did.
booking it is at the weekend, the Pats win over the Dolphins. The Jets beat the Seahawks by a field goal, making a three-way tie for the AFC East. Bills take the Pats, and Jets stop Tua. Look at Vic out here, just already pre-booking things like it's the WWE.
Script in the playoff format.
You know what, Vic? At this point, I want a higher draft pick, so the Jets can have the playoffs. But I hope the Patriots lose their last two games. I really do. What pick we got right now? We're sitting at 14. Yeah.
Where the Panthers are going to wind up after we're hosting a home playoff game.
Panthers are currently
I think we're top 8.
8. You're 8 right now.
8.
Where are the
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, the Bucks have a Bucks are 20 just because they're
winning the division right now.
yeah.
But hey, we win
I
this week.
forgot that Miami had to forfeit their pick.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
Why
Damn,
does Seattle have no? Why does Denver have San Francisco's first rounder?
Denver and San Fran? What was the trade for that? Denver has San Francisco's?
Yeah.
No receivers, no running back.
Was that couldn't have been the Trey Lance trade, right?
It must have been a pick that was like through another trade that was thrown into one of those trades.
Kind of curious how they have that draft pick. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. All right, what's next here? Did we even discuss what we were supposed to talk about? Oh, yeah, we did. Who wins the NFC South? That's a great question.
Well, listen, it's this Sunday is basically the season for us. We have to win it, and it's a road game. We had our way with Tampa the first matchup, but it's Tom Brady for the division, so I'm not too confident going into it. And also, week to week, we just put up what was it, like 242 in the first half rushing yards against Detroit.
Yeah, that was
the week before that.
I sat Deontay for him.
Tough. The week before that, I think we finished with like 42 rushing yards total the whole game. So it's up and down. I do trust our defense. I haven't looked at. I don't know what the update on J.C. Horn is. I haven't really looked at that. He's done?
I'm pretty sure he's done. That's why you guys signed Josh Norman.
Yeah, well, we're talking to him. Did we sign him?
Oh, yeah, right to the practice squad.
Okay, hell yeah. Because J.C. Horn, first of all, snubbed as Pro Bowler. Obviously, Pro Bowl.
Yeah, talking about Pro Bowl. How is McCaffrey not making, by the way? Just saying.
Right. I mean,
more all-purpose yards than all the other running backs on the list that made it, but
Yeah, but so it's going to be Dante Jackson and Keith Taylor, who I believe before last week were giving up. I think Dante was giving up a 90 QBR and Keith Taylor was giving up 93.
Yeah, that's not exactly what you want, right?
Those two guys matched up with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin for the division. Don't love that. Need Brian Burns to just have a day and need Derek Brown to just give nothing to Leonard Fournette. And then we need to, control the game. But overall in the division, like it just comes down to this game. Basically, I don't think New Orleans is going to beat Philly to keep themselves alive. I don't see that happening. So, if we lose this game, we're done. If we win it, we have to beat New Orleans. Like if we win this game, like all we have to do is beat New Orleans. It doesn't matter if Tampa beats Atlanta because we have the tiebreaker if we beat them twice. So it just comes down to this week, and I'm sticking with my guys. I'll give a pick 'em early. I'm picking us, baby.
I'm not gonna lie, I might too.
I mean, the Bucks are just very confusing. Very confusing. You don't know whether to trust
to be able to stop the run very well.
Yeah, and we got a three-headed monster right now cooking in our backfield. So it's we'll have to see what Sam Darnold we get. I'm glad they flexed Baltimore and Pittsburgh and not us to prime time because I was worried for Sam Darnold Sunday night with the division on the line.
Josh, let's be honest here. You really thought that your game was going to get flexed?
For the division, Tom Brady to win the division. Not us, not for the Panthers, but it's Tom Brady. So that's why I had a feeling
I think it might have had. I don't think.
But they flexed it, Tyler Huntley versus Kenny Pickett? So it's not like that game is way better.
No, I thought they flexed that game out.
No, they put that one in. The Rams versus somebody.
Rams Chargers was supposed to be.
Yeah.
God, they couldn't find any other game.
Yeah, I don't know what, I don't care what the implications are. Just find a better game to put on Sunday night.
Disgusting. But I don't know. I have no idea who's going to win that division. It's just putrid.
Yeah. That team gets a home playoff game. Whoever wins this division.
I think we should just go NBA style. I really do.
I would like that more too, because there's going to be the Lions deserve to be in the playoffs. I don't care. They deserve a shot in the playoffs.
Why is a under 500 team going to get a home playoff?
We're going to make it if we make it and win the division, we're hosting a playoff game at 8-9.
And the Bucks would be what? 8 and
Oh, if they lose
9
this
and
one,
8.
they'll be 8-9 too. Like they'll be 8-9 too if they.
So I mean, what are we talking about here? Let's be. I mean, what are we talking about? All right. Well, QB of the week, Josh. We're already to that point in the show. QB of the week, you got one? I mean, there weren't very many, but you know,
I gotta get the stats. Forgot to write them down.
this guy,
It was
just
a hectic day. It was a very hectic day.
this
It's still
incredibly
like when
unprofessional.
Christmas is over, Christmas is not really over. Because not
True.
everybody can make it the 25th, and there's still many other things to deal with. Do you have yours?
I, wow. Oh wait, no, that's just because the game just started. I thought somebody's quarterback got them -1 points, but it's just because the game started. Um, man, there really were some terrible. There was a lot of terrible quarterback play.
A couple nice ones.
I would, you know what? He didn't have a huge game, but I thought it was an impressive game. How about Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah,
229, had a rushing touchdown. Terrible weather. Uh, big game. Now they're winning the division because of it. Give me Josh Allen. Why not? Not Josh Allen. Trevor Lawrence. Jesus.
I'm going with the guy, and I had to get the stats because the stats aren't very good. He was 15 of 23, 119 yards, one touchdown. But against a Bills defense with the lack of everything Justin Fields had, like I watched that whole game, I thought he played amazing for what he was going up against and just what the team is
That's my
for him.
fantasy team.
Didn't have
Okay.
the rushing day he normally does, but not turning the ball over with a good completion percentage and still finding a way to throw a touchdown against that defense and giving it to Fields because, like you said, there were not a lot of good
No,
quarterback play this week.
it's terrible. I mean, the weather all over the country was ooh,
Yeah,
real chill.
our snow actually, our snow hasn't been that bad. Not as bad as they thought it would be.
We didn't get snow. It was just brick.
Now, yeah, we've had snow and very windy,
How
very
cold
windy.
was it for you? How cold did it get for you?
We were in the negatives all weekend. All weekend.
I think the lowest it might have gotten for us was like -5. I have a friend in Iowa, -45.
Damn. Yeah, I think the
Negative
lowest it got
45.
was negative. When I was outside, at least the lowest it got was like -9. I think, and I was working too. I was bundled up though, bundled up.
Oh yeah, what are you doing for work, huh?
Huh?
What's you doing for work, huh?
DoorDash, man,
Oh yeah,
good
people
money. I
still
got some
delivering
nice tips. People were nice this
holiday
Christmas. I've been
season.
working on Christmas. Well, there's you don't expect it. You can't expect it because
True. You listen. You
not
set
too much.
yourself up for disappointment. So when it goes well, you're like, "Wow, something cool happened."
I had one order. And I'm gonna put this person on blast because they're bogus. Somebody ordered 35 tacos and like
35.
20 enchiladas or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was like a company or somewhere, but it was just like a very nice house. Obviously, they were celebrating Christmas. I'm like, okay, the tip wasn't that good in the app, so they must be giving me cash if I'm delivering, 55 items. No, no cash tip. Just gave me, like $4. I'm like, it's like -7 out here. You ordered 55 items, so I know that bill was big. You got a
There's
nice
no
house.
way I'm not walking up the stairs and dropping it on accident.
I was nah. I didn't even. You know how mean I was. I didn't even tell him have a nice night. That's how disgusted
No,
I
I would
was.
have absolutely dropped it right in front of him.
It's very disappointed. But
That's the
shout
kind
out
of
to all the
person.
nice people that did tip well. I
That's the
love
kind
it.
of person I am, though. How about our player of the week? I'm going to go with Devonta Smith. Big game.
Mm.
8 catches. I think he had 142 touchdowns. Big game.
I am going. I'm just going to combine them. Chuba Hubbard, Deontay Foreman. They combined 33 carries, 190 yards, and a touchdown combined between them. Just an absolute show they put on. And then the Lions players coming out. The field didn't feel right. Felt right for our guys. We were running everywhere. So I don't know what you're complaining about.
You tell them, Josh. You
That's
let
what I'm
them know.
saying. Listen to me.
How about put some respect on their name or the prayer circle? We got anybody? I don't got nobody.
I don't think so. And I don't think we got uh, anybody. Well, no. I do have
No.
a winners and losers.
Okay.
The winners, I think Sam Darnold is a winner for me right now. He's been showing out, and I think this week helped with that. The loser is only one big stinky loser who's just a cheating, dirty scumbag who shouldn't be in the league, and it's Mac Jones.
Interesting. the hatred for Mac. I didn't expect this to be part of the show. What is always part of the show is our weekly picks, and that's what we're gonna do right about now. Josh, it was a rough week for your boy. Josh had a good week, right? The race got tighter. 130. I'm 133, 101, 2. Josh 129, 105, and 2. So nice little 3 game difference. We're both on the Chargers tonight, so nothing else can change. But what I went 7-8 or something, you went 10-5.
Yep.
So
And
Josh,
I'm not even gonna sit here and say like I picked really well this time. I got lucky with a few games. Got lucky that Kenny Pickett turned into a god that last drive. Got lucky with Deshaun Watson sucking. You know, I didn't get lucky with the Jags. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I'm a Zach Wilson guy, and I picked the Jags.
I can't believe I picked it. I really picked the Jets.
Yeah, I went back and watched it because I thought I got some picks wrong, but they were all accurate.
I can't believe I picked the Jets. I don't know what I must have been on something. But all right, our week 17 picks. Josh, by the way, I figured out because we always complain about, oh, why isn't this person going first? I think I figured it out for next year. Next year, whoever wins the week has to pick the whole board first.
Whoever wins the week, like gets to.
Yeah, because then you get to pick first. I
Okay,
think
I'm
whoever
with that.
wins the week should have the advantage of picking first.
I'm with that. I like that. I'm
You
with
know
that.
what I mean? But all right, we started off. I didn't know that there was another Thursday night game this week. I thought Thursday night games were over, but apparently they're not. Cowboys at the Titans. Give me the boys.
Yeah, the Titans, they aren't looking.
Kind of terrible.
They got some decisions to make this offseason. Like, we riding with this roster still? That's just, barely good
Derrick
enough.
Henry or bust.
Yeah, they got some things to do over there, but I'm with the Cowboys too.
Dolphins and the Pats. Josh, I don't think it's fair that. Well, first of all, listen, this is a problem too. We pick games on Mondays. We don't know what happens throughout the week with injuries.
Right.
I think if Tua plays, the Dolphins win. If not, the Patriots will win.
Make a pick. We don't do this.
No,
we don't do this. Make
that's
a pick.
Stupid.
We don't do this. Make a pick.
That's stupid. We should.
No, we've had so many scenarios, and we've always decided not to do it. And you're not going to get the luxury because your team is playing.
That's not because my team's playing. I think it's stupid.
Make a
that we
pick.
do it on the hard count. We do it though.
Make a pick.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins then.
I'm going with the Dolphins too.
This game is just disgusting. Cardinals and the Falcons. I have no idea.
Give me the.
I kind of want to say the Falcons.
Who are you picking?
I don't know. I can't.
Are you just going to go against what I say?
No, I kind of want to.
Because I'm just going to go against what you say.
I wanted to pick the same thing.
I don't, because I'm down 4, right? And there's 2 weeks left, so I don't have to go all out here. This is a game I'm confident, like, okay. Actually, no. Who are you going to pick?
I'm going to pick the Falcons.
I was hoping you went Cardinals.
Cardinals just lost Buda. Is it Buda Baker that's on that team? I believe it is. Fractured his shoulder. I didn't even know you could do that.
Fracture your shoulder?
Yeah, I always hear like collarbone or like you tear
fracture
your
anything.
shoulder.
You can fracture it.
I've never heard of a fractured shoulder. Like I said,
I've never heard of it either, but you can fracture
like a collarbone or like you tear something in the shoulder.
Right. It's never the shoulder directly.
Like,
yeah.
I never heard of that.
Only Buda
Bears
Baker.
and the Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions, even though they were terribly disappointing this week.
Didn't even say my pick for Atlanta, but I'm going Atlanta. Well, who'd you pick?
I'm going with the Lions.
Yep, me too.
Broncos and the Chiefs, we can skip that one. Colts and the Giants, I'm going to go with the Giants.
Me too.
Eagles Saints, I'm going to go with the Eagles pretty easily.
Me too.
I'm actually going to go with your boys, the Panthers.
Why?
Because they just ran for like 9,000 yards and the
But
Bucks.
we only ran for 42 the week before.
Yeah, but the Bucks are not very good this year. The Panthers
But
aren't
it's the
either.
season on the line.
I know what it's on the line.
So why aren't you picking Tom
This
Brady?
is the game I refuse to lose ground on.
Really?
Yep, really. And I genuinely do think the Panthers are going to win. I really do. They
I
beat
really
them
wish you
earlier in the
did.
year. They beat them earlier in the year, like by like 20, didn't they?
Something like that.
And it's only gotten worse for the Bucks. At least at that point in the season, we're like, oh, maybe
We have fired a coach, traded our franchise away. Like it hasn't been exactly smooth
Well,
sailing.
yeah, but I'm saying for
Carolina
the Bucks too. At least at that point in the season, it was like, oh, maybe they can turn it around. Yeah, they ain't turning nothing around besides maybe back home after they lose a one and done playoff game.
We already know what I'm picking.
Browns and the Commies. I think Carson Wentz is back. You know that?
He is.
I'm actually going to go with the Commanders here. I don't know what's wrong with Deshaun Watson.
Chase Young had a hell of a week too.
Just right off the injury report.
You're not making any of the picks I thought you would. I'm going Washington too.
Definitely going with the Jags over the Texans.
Yeah.
49ers over the Raiders, easy.
Get our flies. Yeah.
Jets and the Seahawks. Man, oh man. I'm going to go with the Jets.
Give me the Seahawks.
Mike White is back. I think the defense holds the Seahawks offense.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks.
In that one. Vikings and the Packers. Ooh. This is a game. This is a game. Oh, I didn't even know Vic was making picks with us. Hold on, my bad, Vic. Side boys over the Titans. Pass keep the L streak going over the Dolphins. Falcons over the Cardinals. Lions over the Bears. Chiefs, enough said. You're right. Big Blue over the Colts. Eagles over the Saints. Wakanda over the Bucks. Damn, you're right there with me, Vic. I think we've agreed on every single pick so far. Browns over formerly the Redskins. Jags over the Texans. Purdy Bradshaw over the Raiders. Gangrene over Seattle. Vikings over Cheesetown. Chargers over Rams. Steelers over Ravens. Bills take the Bengals in overtime by a field goal after an impressive regular time shootout.
That's a very accurate prediction right there.
That is a very... I think the Packers keep it rolling.
Can I just get, like, where you're leaning for the last two games?
No.
Why?
Why would I do that?
I just want to know.
Yeah, we all want things. I want to be able to take the Pats if Tua plays.
You still wouldn't have.
I would. If Tua doesn't play, I would take the Pats.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
I'll let you do that.
No, too bad. I don't want to do it anymore.
I'll let you do it.
My offer changed.
I'm allowing it.
My offer changed from 5 seconds ago. Just like drafting.
Who'd you pick? Who'd you pick?
I picked the Packers. They're hot right now. Vikings can barely beat the Giants and the who they just played this week?
Riding with my boy. I got you, Vic. Give me the Vikings.
Vic, me and you are the one that agreed on every single game up until this very point. What do you mean, Josh?
Yeah, well, now me and Vic are on the same team. So how about that?
Yeah, too bad you've already disagreed with more picks than I have.
Yeah, but I just bounced back with him.
Yeah, guess what? Don't
I just bounced back with him.
Okay.
See, Vic, he's a fake one. He's fake.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Vic, if you want to agree with somebody in picks, why don't you look at the overall records? What
have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately?
What have I done for you lately? I've won 2 years in a row.
That's what I like to go with.
What
was your record last week? What was your record last week?
Don't care. I'm here for the overall. What, you want a participation trophy because you won one?
I just want to know where you're at right now. I just want to know where you're at right now.
Right now, I'm winning the pick
segment. It's a game of runs, baby. It's a game of runs.
Right now, I'm winning the pick segment for the 3rd year in a row.
Not this week, you weren't.
That's fine. You can win the war. You can win the battle. I got the war.
You're right. I will win the war.
No,
you're right. I agree with you there.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Bake Show. He's been hot. But do I trust it? Is it sustainable? No. Give me the Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Do we know what the record has been between these two?
I have not a clue.
You went with the Ravens?
I am.
But, once again, I'm siding with my boy Vic here. Give me the bird.
And then the game of the week, most would think. The Bills and the Bengals. I picked first on every single game so far, Josh. Why don't you go first? Stop stalling.
No, you can't just do that on the last pick. You don't get to
do
just
whatever
do that.
I want.
Then I won't say it till you say it.
That's
we can
fine.
sit here dead air if you want to be like that. We could get a lot of dead air here.
All right, everybody. You can find me, Anthony Connor _ on Twitter. Link trees in the bio. Josh, where can they find you? I believe it's Jolyn _4. All right, everybody. I appreciate.
We ain't even pick it, so we can't end it.
Oh, we can. I'll hit the intro button right now. Or the outro, technically, which is the same thing as the intro.
You're going to pick the Bengals. I already know.
You don't know anything. I love Josh
do know.
Allen.
I'm very confident.
I love Josh Allen.
You do love Josh Allen. You do. Give me the Bengals.
Good, because that's who I was picking anyway.
I really want to just pick the same one on that one. I did not want to pick against you.
I was picking the Bengals. Only my reasoning, it's at home.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know what else.
That is the only reason. It was bad enough. I've blasphemed by saying the Pats beat Miami. He's a Pats fan, so I'm teaming up with Condon as a representative for picking the Pats to win everything. Vic, you're something else, I gotta get Vic. You want to come on the show?
Yeah, Vic.
Vic, why don't you pull up to the show one week?
Yeah.
I want you to pull up to the show for the pick segment.
Yeah, we need that.
I want Vic here for the pick segment. That's what I need in my life.
We disagreed on 3.
That's fine. The only one, listen, I got no faith in the Cardinal one just because whatever.
I didn't even pick against you.
I thought
you didn't even let me give my pick for that.
I thought I picked the Cardinals.
You picked Atlanta.
Okay, good. Wait, what games do we disagree on then?
The
Browns and the Economies, the Bears and the Lions. Oh, and then the Ravens again. Okay.
No, you don't even pay attention to your own show.
Why?
We disagreed on Seattle, Jets, Green Bay, Minnesota, and Pittsburgh, Baltimore.
I don't mind. Okay. I got my Chromebook ready and waiting.
Hell yeah.
Listen, all right, Vic. Next episode, you're here for the Week 18 picks.
Season on the line because I'm about to cut it to 1.
Season on the line between me and Josh, but you're our guest picker.
I'm cutting it to 1, and I'll let Vic decide which one ties it up.
I'm telling you,
or wins it.
Hey, maybe we should just tie going into the Super Bowl and have to pick against each other in the Super Bowl.
If we tie at the regular season, should we just wait for the Super Bowl and have to pick against each other?
Well, we might have to.
That might be something.
No,
no.
What we got to do is, even if we pick the same team, whatever, in the Super Bowl, then you got to go like yards in the game, total score.
Score prediction too. Whoever's
we'll pick 3 categories. We'll go winner, total score, total yards. And
so you're kind of rooting for me to tie it up now because you want to do that.
I feel like that'd be much more entertaining.
That'd be fire.
That'd be very entertaining. All right, listen, I already said Anthony Connor _ on Twitter. You can find everything that I do there in my link tree, which is in the bio. Josh?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Jolyn _4. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can chat in here like Vic did. And shout out to Derpy, too, for showing up in the stream and everybody else who showed up. And yeah, tune in next Monday, 7 Eastern. Hopefully 7 Eastern. Christmas will be over by then.
Facts. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and catch you on the next one. All right.